William Gibson is a legendary writer, and for good reason. The guy more or less invented the cyberpunk genre, then wrote some of its masterpieces. His short story Hinterlands isn't one of his most famous, but it has a hell of a twist, which I'm going to spoil and analyze here. What's up? This is Matchstick, and I'll be talking about the creative in creative writing. Hinterlands was originally published in a science fiction magazine named Omni, and was later included in Gibson's short story collection Burning Chrome. Now, I couldn't find my copy of Burning Chrome, so this is me running off of memory, which may be inaccurate. That said, my memory itself is more what I'm talking about in any case, so this works. I recommend the collection. You might enjoy this short, it's pretty cool. The gist of it is a sort of meeting of humans and aliens, with the meeting not directly seen. Things happen off-screen, kind of. If that sounds cool, go find it and read it before you watch the rest of this video, because I want to talk about the ending, as it's one of my favorites from a writer's perspective. So expect spoilers from here on out. I'm going to keep the specifics vague to better get the point I'll be making across. The basics of the short are that humanity has discovered a sort of interstellar current, a point in space that will whisk ships away and then return them later. One of the two wrinkles here is that no one that has taken this journey has come back without killing themselves, either on the way home or shortly after getting back. However, people keep volunteering to take the trip, because the ships always come back with more than just a corpse. Every time, some sort of new technology that helps all of humankind makes the return trip as well. It's a cool premise, but this isn't a recommendation, it's an analysis, so let's break it down. You have a journey that is clearly always deadly, but is taken by people because they want to help the greater good. Basically, anyone that takes the trip is a martyr, knowing going into it that they're going to pay the ultimate price. So far, so simple. The kicker here is in one additional fact. Not everyone that volunteers is picked up by the current. Some just sit out there and never end up taking the journey. This facet of things isn't mentioned in any important way, if I remember correctly, but is actually, in my view, the point of the story. The narration is by someone that works at the space station near the current, who plays a role in the journeys but isn't directly involved. He's not really a notable character in most senses, just someone with a job. That is, until, near the very end, it's revealed that he himself had tried to take the journey, had sat out there waiting for the current to pick him up, and it never did. Now, I don't know how Gibson intended that reveal to hit, but it hit me pretty hard. Suddenly you realize this person has a lot of emotional baggage. They essentially gave up their lives to bring back this new technology, martyred themselves for the greater good, and it didn't work out. That has to really sting. This person has probably spent their entire life wondering why they hadn't been picked up, likely feeling like a failure, maybe with some survivor's guilt thrown in. An unremarkable character has suddenly become this epically tragic figure. And the suddenness is what I love about this twist. It reminds me of a type of chess move where the threat is established behind an existing piece. Then when that piece moves, you suddenly have a checkmate. Everything here changes with the reveal of one fact at the very end of the story. The character's identity is flipped around to someone with much more depth, and then it's over. And that is the story. In my recollection, there's no real resolution, just a gut punch. Now, this wouldn't be easy to pull off in a longer work, although it has been done. A book in Garth Nix's Sabriel series nails a similar concept. I actually tried it in my first novel, where an assumption that the story had been built on was suddenly proven false towards the end. It's well worth experimenting with. Changing the context of the entire story with one piece of information at the end definitely was effective in Gibson's short. The Hinterlands twist is a mechanic I still love, which, of course, is why I'm talking about it. I'm that kind of nerd. Anyway, if you have any favorite twists of your own, feel free to bring them up in the comments. I'm all ears. Watch some other videos and you know where the buttons are. Peace out.